Today we are talking about one of my personal favorite aesthetics of all the, hyper niche specific micro aesthetics, and that is the Rockstar aesthetic. Now, I know this started off being called the Rockstar girlfriend aesthetic, but let me just say, it's 2024. We can be the rock stars now. In fact, we have been for a long time. Our Lord and Savior, Debbie Harry, you might be familiar. So women are rock stars. We don't just have to date them. So I'm going to call it the Rockstar aesthetic and ditch the girlfriend part because that's not necessary. So a lot of aesthetics kind of suck because they rely on things that are too momentary, fads and trends that will come and go very quickly. But with this aesthetic, it is a lot of really classic pieces. It's things that have been timelessly cool for decades upon decades now. So I think this is a fantastic place to draw inspiration from. And as a music lover, I just get so much from these kinds of visuals. And I just very strongly resonate with this aesthetic. I think it's one of the ones that most closely aligns with the pieces that are in my closet and the way I tend to dress myself pretty regularly. But for this video, I definitely want to lean into the glamorized aspect of it. And my cat is also terrorizing me through the door, so I'm very sorry if you can hear that. He's been very clingy to me the past few days. There is no peace ever. What was I saying? Anyways, for this video, I want to lean into the glamour and the more over-the-topness of the rock and roll aesthetic. And I have a whopping 25 outfits for you all. It was exhausting, but really fun to film, and I'm excited to share it with you. But before we get into the outfits, I just want to give a brief overview of what the aesthetic even means in case you don't know what I'm talking about. Just give you some imagery, talk about what kind of pieces and colors and, patterns and textures, what makes up this aesthetic and why, where does it come from? So, Rockstar aesthetic. Obviously, the original intent of this trend comes from inspiration of just what musicians wear, what their girlfriends wear, apparently. What kind of things do you see on stage? What kind of clothes do you wear to concerts? It's this really fun, spunky, rough around the edges, glamorized, but grunged up, sassy, sexy aesthetic. I personally think it's good to pull inspiration from all sorts of musical eras, but when I think Rockstar, what immediately comes to mind is definitely a Blondie era kind of style. So we're talking leather, studs, leopard print, pops of red, really bold, crazy makeup. Think of David Bowie, think of musicians from the 80s, the 90s. We're talking dyed hair, fishnets, clashing patterns, anything that is bold and disruptive and eye-catching, something that feels rebellious, something that is making a statement. With this kind of style, you are communicating a certain level of confidence, like a solid self or sense of identity, but at the same time, there is this hint of like fuck you to it, where it's going against what's commonplace, it's going against the grain, it's taking things they're used to and turning them on their heads, and overall just kind of causing a bit of a ruckus. But for the outfits I put together, I did take into consideration that myself and most of you watching are probably not literal rock stars. So I didn't create a lookbook of just, only ensembles you can wear on stage. I kind of just took all of that influence and just played around with my closet and styled things so you can take this inspiration and wear it every day. I personally have a long history with alternative fashion and music-based fashion and subcultures and things like that. Yes, I was a little weirdo growing up, and I found solidarity and community and friends in music-based spaces. So I would consider myself emo, an elder emo now, but I definitely had a scene kid phase. I had an indie phase, Tumblr phase, while my clothing preferences and the things I was drawn to and the music I was listening to, has shaped and shifted over time. There's been this consistent music alternative flair to my style since I can remember. Even when I was a small child, I remember ripping laces out of my normal shoes and putting weird ones I would get at Hot Topic with rainbows and skulls and things. I've always been interested in that DIY, more unique personal style element of what a lot of alternative styles are. But I've always been attracted to putting my own stamp on things, marching to my own drum. I've always been attracted to music that kind of advocates for the same thing. I love music that largely centers around self-expression. And I think that comes through in a lot of different genres, like punk and alternative music, heavily, heavily influenced my style. And I spent like a large portion of my youth going to concerts constantly. This was like back in the day though, where you would pay like $20 to go to a show and be like 8 fucking bands playing and you'd be there for like 5 hours. So I've, been around the block when it comes to concerts and stuff like that. And so I feel like I have like just a lot of experience and own personal interest to draw from. So I thought this would be a really fun video to make for you all. And I really hope that you enjoy it. But I think that this style is much more accessible to you than you would probably think. And a large portion of it does revolve around thrifting, buying vintage, buying secondhand. And of course, I'm always going to promote concepts that promote those things. So this aesthetic I think is really cool for that reason. There's not this cheap novelty to it. Like I said, my style has ebbed and flowed and changed throughout the years, but there's always been that consistent character to my style. So hopefully this video is useful. It maybe inspires you to look at your closet a little bit differently or get creative at the thrift store. But even though this video is, based around an aesthetic, overall I'm trying to encourage full, unabashed self-expression here. In art and music, rock and roll, that is what it's about. So I hope that comes through in today's lookbook, and I hope you all enjoy. Starting off with a really good one, I love how the colors all pair together here. That shade of red with the brown boots and the materials just looks so like luxe and rich and beautiful together. I really love that berry shade of red, especially paired with the corset. It makes all those like pinks and red shades in the top pop even more. And then all the embroidery and beading and sparkles in the bag match perfectly with the top. It looks super Rockstar, but also really polished and cool for everyday life. And then I added this lacy kind of lingerie piece, I guess, on top of it. I always like adding another little layer to the outfits just in case you want to cover up a bit more, but I don't think that this detracts from the look. If anything, it just makes it look a little bit edgier and cooler. For this next look, I swapped out the top and the shoes. I think the shade of red of the skirt and boots match really well. I recently thrifted this blouse for around $5, and I thought it just was too insane to leave behind that dramatic collar and sleeve and all the details up close. One of the most insane pieces I think I've thrifted. It's really over the top, but it's actually easy to style with a lot of different kinds of aesthetics, so I'm really excited to have this in my wardrobe and play around with it more. Overall though, I do think this is a slightly toned down version of the first look, a little bit more casual. Now this outfit kind of tripped me out because it was like looking into the mirror at my 16-year-old self. Yes, I was a Tumblr teenager, if that wasn't already incredibly obvious. But I thought it would be fun to just pay homage to that time period and that kind of specific world of music. Of course, my shorts and socks are both uneven. I don't know how I managed that, but this outfit is definitely much more wearable with the flannel. I feel a little bit exposed personally to wear this out in public, but I think if the shorts were slightly more high-waisted and the top was a little bit baggier and looser, I could definitely rock this kind of outfit formula. Overall, I still think this style is very cute. I played off the inspiration of the last outfit, but kind of brought it more into current day and just made it a little bit more wearable and a little bit more modest. Something about this feels more comfortable to me personally, so if you like the Tumblr aesthetic, maybe try switching out some of the pieces like this. I did want to illustrate though that you can use really basic pieces and still achieve an alternative look. A lot of it does rely on hair and makeup, so if you have that going, any outfit can be alternative. But once I added this jacket, I think the look really felt complete. It's one of my favorite pieces that I've ever thrifted, and it actually is from the 90s, so you feel that aesthetic coming through very strongly. Really, any denim jacket, denim miniskirt, boots, t-shirt combo is gonna look really cool and really punk. For this one, I went more Vivienne Westwood inspired, but I decided pretty quickly that I didn't like the belt, so I tried tucking it in, but then ultimately just undid the shirt, and I liked that a lot better. There's a lot of different bold graphics and patterns going on, but everything feels really grounded because it's all tied together with shades of red. I wanted to add some extra frilly details, so I tied some ribbon around my bag and my hair also. But overall, I think this look is really cute. It's really wearable and really easy to change out the shoe option if you didn't want to wear heels, but I like that the socks have a moment to peek through. And I like that this outfit feels a bit more formal, but there's still that edge present. And for this one, I stuck with a really similar concept, but I've been wanting to try styling this skirt as a dress for a while now. But something about it feels a little bit off. I don't know what it is with me and strapless, but I always feel naked when I wear it, even though my body is more covered in this outfit than other ones. So I don't really know how to fix that feeling, but I think on paper the outfit looks great, but I really liked it when I added this lace cover up top. It made it feel much more me, much more comfortable to wear, and overall I think it really topped off the look. That lacy element was definitely something that this outfit was missing, and I think it's just the cherry on top. It also pairs really well with the socks and makes everything look just a bit more cohesive. This outfit is like the perfect juxtaposition of sweet girly with grunge and rock and roll. I wanted to try styling this skirt one more time, and instead I decided to wear it a little bit more low-waisted. I DIY'd this sweater and added a bunch of safety pins to it, and then I wore it on top of a short sleeve white button up, and then I paired it with loafers to kind of tie in the whole preppy sort of look. And that's one reason I love like rock music in general and just the aesthetics of it, is that it takes concepts you're familiar with and then flips them on their head to make them something new and interesting. The first things that come to mind when you think of loafers and white button-ups is definitely not, you know, grungy styles, but absolutely anything can be alternative if you wear it with the right attitude and with creativity, and I think this outfit is a good example of that, using basics creatively. I kept some things the same about this outfit, but I went back to that mini skirt because I was really curious about all the different textures coming together with the leather jacket and the sweater. I think this look is super cute. It's like a less formal version of the other ones, and I really like the leather jacket with the short skirt. There's something really cool and fun about that, I think. But this one is super easy to recreate, and you can change out the color patterns and things like that. And I didn't feel like putting tights on for this look, but obviously tights would go with any of these options. But I think we're all sick of winter and layering up by now, so yeah. But once again, you can do a really minimal color palette, and it's just the materials that matter. So you have the metal of the safety pins, the leather of the skirt, and stuff like that. So I styled that top combination one more time, but I tried to break out of the red a little bit because I've just been red obsessed lately. But instead I paired it with this like digital rose blue 90s skirt I thrifted. And then since the top section of the outfit is so minimal and I was doing kind of basic color schemes, I decided to go a little crazy with the footwear and just add another pattern with these pink checkered Vans. Anything that's bold and graphic and interesting can come off across as rock and roll, so I think when you pair all of it together, it's really sending a message of I don't care, I'm having fun, and this is how I want to express myself, which at its core is kind of the point of this whole aesthetic. But I wanted to class it up a bit with this next look, and I think this is so cute. It's easily one of my favorites from the video, and a really unexpected favorite too. I just love the sheer top with the bra. I think it looks really pretty and elegant actually, and I love it juxtaposed with the flowers on the bottom. It creates a nice contrast, but it still complements each other well. And there's just these nice little dainty elements that come together, like the beading on the bag, the lace trim on the skirt, the lace of the top, the ballet flats, the ribbon I tied around my neck. It just looks very pretty and polished and put together, but there's still this unexpected element to it. It's really fun and intriguing, but it's not too chaotic for the eye. I feel like this ensemble is giving like early 2000s emo red carpet vibes, and I'm here for it. So I also wanted to try styling this skirt as a dress, and I think it turned out really cute. Again, I used that little lacy cardigan thing, but I also layered that same black lace shirt underneath the skirt, and I think it's really cool and really polished, but it's also giving like a touch of whimsigoth. There's something about the blues and the purples and all the lace and the tall boots that gives me witchy vibes, which that style I think inherently also has music inspiration to it, and I definitely think you can feel the 60s, 70s inspiration coming through with this look, and overall it's really cool. I would definitely wear this out. It's very chic and very stylish, and I like that there's like a touch of 90s inspiration there too. I think after this outfit I am starting to understand how to style skirts as dresses a little bit better, and I'm really excited to play around with that idea and see what other kind of cool silhouettes I can create. So I filmed the rest of these outfits the next day, and I wanted to start off with some color because I knew I kind of was red heavy the first half of the outfits, and I wanted to move away from plaid a little bit and focus more on other rock and roll and punk prints like stripes and cheetah print, and of course lacy flowery tights. I think this look is really cute. I really like how the colors play together, and of course the Abercrombie shirt is giving me major emo throwbacks because if you were an emo in the 2000s, you know we were still rocking Hollister, Abercrombie, all that kind of shit. I mean, I still do, but I'm just an elder emo now. I then shifted my inspiration kind of into the 90s Courtney Love Kinder Whore aesthetic, and I also greeted my cat who wanted to make an appearance. Does anybody else's cat demand to be held and pat like a baby? I would love to know that. But I wanted to try to contrast the black lace with the white lace here, and I don't know, I kind of like it, but it's also kind of weird. but I do think having the lace run up and down the body is an interesting concept. And I do think that this outfit shows well how stripes can easily edge up the rest of an outfit. If I had paired a different top with this, it would have a completely different feeling. And again, the word of the day, juxtaposition, that femininity with that grunge rock and roll. I tried to lean into the Courtney Love vibes even more with this look, but I'm not a complete fan of it. I think that this has the potential to look cool on somebody else, but there is just something about my body and my features that make clothes like this look too fancy and formal. I don't know how to articulate that well. I don't think this is a horrible outfit or anything, it's just not quite hitting the brief in the way that I want it to. So for this next outfit, I went with something that I knew would hit the brief, and that of course is wearing a plaid tie with a leopard skirt, clashing patterns, and of course, red. When in doubt, red it out, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just instantly punk looking. It looks cool. No matter how you style it, red just has this fierce energy to it. Rock and roll style is about communicating confidence, and I think it is a color that just really easily does that. And I really like how this outfit turned out. I tried to do the tie on this weird collar, and I think it creates an interesting shape, and overall it's very punk, very Nana. I'm really into this one. I always underestimate how sheer this top is every time I put it on, so if I were to wear this in public, I honestly would probably throw on a tank top underneath, just for my own personal comfort levels, but you know, on the internet it's different. We're playing dress up, and I think for the context of this video, I love it with the bra. I love the sheerness of the whole look. I love that the way that the lace travels across the body, almost as if I'm wearing like a bodysuit or something. And all around, I think this outfit has a really 1960s kind of energy to it, and I love the proportions of everything. It's really dramatic, but it still is a neutral, so I find it still very wearable. I wanted to continue to experiment with the lace and the sheer aspect of the last outfit, so I took the same top, but instead I put shorts on and then layered this red mesh dress on top of everything. For some reason, the proportions of the shorts were throwing me off, and I think the whole thing would look better with kind of almost like a one-piece bathing suit sort of shape underneath, if you can envision that. I think there needs to be a V shape of black underneath the red to contrast with the hem of the dress a bit more. Aside from that nitpick, I think this is a very cool look, very vampiric. So since my last outfit was so dramatic, I thought I would go the complete opposite route with this one and go very casual, and we also have another kitty appearance. But this look is very early 2000s emo, even kind of early 2010s sort of a look, and honestly, a lot of the bands, this is what they were wearing performing, what we would wear to concerts, and a lot of the time the vibes were just a lot more casual back then, so I wanted to channel a very chill, casual, sort of rock-inspired look. The outfit is really plain and minimal and cozy, but you can definitely feel the alternative subcultures coming through, the color choices and fabrics and how you style it. I took the same top, but then just went a little bit more fun and flirty and more colorful with it. I wasn't sure how all these colors were going to pair together when I initially was putting the outfit together, but I absolutely love this, and this is honestly one of my favorite looks that I've put together in a while. I don't know, I think it's because a lot of the colors are solid and the pattern is a bit bigger that you can get away with mixing all of these different hues and shades. But this color palette just delighted me and made me so happy, and I'm really excited to try and experiment with color more like this. I think it's such a fun look and really different than anything I've put together recently. I kept the overall base of that outfit, but I changed out the skirt and then added this little shawl and a different bag to it, and I like this just as much. I think it's a lot more toned down than the previous one if that first look overwhelmed you. But in my brain personally reads the cardigan and skirt as a neutral, but I also know that I'm, a little bit insane. I also totally forgot sunglasses, and I was really annoyed at myself that I didn't think to include them until outfit 20, but I feel like a signature pair of shades is perfect for this kind of aesthetic, like having your go-to pair where it's very specific, it's very you, it's very stylized and personalized. I think retro shapes are perfect for this look. For this outfit, I styled my Paramore t-shirt with no pants, because if Hayley Williams has taught me anything, it's that a t-shirt, tights, and underwear is an outfit, okay? I did throw on a little pair of workout shorts just for some more coverage, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. I think I like the look better with the shirt untucked, but I just wanted to play around with it and see if I liked the shape of the look. But I think this look is really, really cute. It's really comfortable. Honestly, not wearing pants, high-key, underrated. I actually felt like very comfortable and confident in this look, and I would definitely wear this out. I think if your tights are opaque enough, that is the key part to it. If they were sheer, I might feel differently about it. I then took the same look and just glammed it up a bit. I added a blazer and some tall knee-high boots, and oh my gosh, I love this look so much. I really don't know which version of it I like better. I think the first one is much more realistic for me and just my life and stuff. But I felt so cool in this outfit. I felt like Hayley Williams or Debbie Harry. And really that's the goal with this whole thing, is to feel like a rock star when you put on an outfit. And I love that I achieved that. Awesome for me. That's it. I'm ready to be a front woman to a band. I should probably get a little bit better at singing first, but we're halfway there. And we take another drastic turn from dark and moody to pastel and princessy and fairy-like. I personally feel like there is heavy emo and scene queen influence to this outfit. It's just stripped back, a lot more minimal, but I think it's so cute. I've been wanting to wear this dress more casually, and I think I achieved a decent look here with that. But obviously this dress makes a statement, and I think sequins is another key feature to this style. I then added a little cardigan on top just for some more coverage, but even though all the colors clash, I think it goes somehow, because everything is grounded by this sense of whimsy and playfulness, and I totally think that this outfit has a space in more of the indie kind of twee type of spaces, and I think it works. I then decided to grunge up the look a bit with some lacy tights and some chunky black boots, and I think the juxtaposition is really cool. I love the black and the bag tying in with the bottom half of the outfit, and then all the fun, colorful things going on in the bag ties perfectly with the dress, and overall I think this look is really cute. I think it's giving like emo, goth, punk girl needs to go to a formal event and she's not allowed to wear like anything scary, you know? And not that I'm scared of it, but you get what I'm saying. This outfit says, yeah, I'm girly and cute, but don't mess with me because I can still kick your ass. Now this final outfit I think is a result of not enough oxygen going to my brain after sitting there for hours on end making 25 outfits. But I wanted to do something funky and cool and retro. I made this weird accessory set and I liked how the silver bow looked with that other outfit, so it didn't really quite work here. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I look like a French maid or a character from the Jetsons or something, which is honestly kind of a vibe. But listen, that's rock and roll, baby. It doesn't gotta make any sense. So there is all 25 outfits. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please let me know below which outfit was your favorite. And I would love to know who some of your musical fashion influences are, and you know, what other kind of things inspire your style in that way. Now, as always, I love hearing from you all, and I really deeply appreciate it if you made it to the end of this video. We're really close to 1,000 subscribers, which is so cool, and I'm just very grateful that you all are here. But yes, to help out the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I guess that's all I have to say for today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!